It is. Oh god. Okay. So this, golly, it came too fast. It came too fast, or it's coming in too fast. Okay, so the convention is this weekend. And, oh my god, I'm like making sure I have everything ready to go. I have the wig. I just packed a bag that has literally hairspray, a first aid kit, a little fanny pack. That way, if I need something, I can put it in. Um, oh my god, I have, things charging. I have to charge the camera that I bought. Uh, I got cash for the cash box. Excuse me. I have to bring my laptop, but just to be on the safe side, I brought a USB, things of that nature just in case. I literally have to set up the day before the convention at like 11 p.m., which is late, but you know what? It works because I have to get there first in order to set up. That way in the morning, I'm not rushing. I'm only like one person. So if I go, I'll have help and things of that nature. Yeah. Uh, it's coming in quick. It's coming in quick. I'm like, do I have everything? The mannequins are dressed. I tried the. If you guys were to see the wig for the mannequin that I have for Chris Redfield, it was like one of those 80s cops shows back in the day. So I had to trim a good amount of it down just a little bit so I didn't look like that. The problem is the front has to stay, because if I was to cut that down anymore, the thing about wigs is that wigs have the little flap that goes around here. So if I was to cut any more, it would show that little flap. The whole point is to show the flap. Yes, it's on a mannequin, but technically Chris Redfield's hair is like a buzz cut, but you can't use electric clippers on a wig. That'll destroy it. You don't want to do that. So yeah, hopefully people, because there's people out there that like to just put their 2 cents into everything when it's not their business and no one asks. So hopefully I don't have to deal with those people, and if I do, I could just say, hey, you got scissors? You think you could do better? Cool, go for it. Which, when you call them out like that, they can't do nothing. They're like, yeah, no. Yeah, good, hush up. um, yeah, I have the new vest. I have pretty much everything. I just really hope I'm not forgetting anything. I put the patches in the bag just in case, because I've been meaning to put it in the totes and it just kept forgetting. Yeah, I have the cash box. I have, oh my god, I have to bring a backpack which I could put my laptop in. It's like cutting down to the wire. I'm like making sure I'm making sure I have all my information. Hey, the times. This is the time you need to come in. Okay, cool. What about this? It's just, the thing about me is like, I need to know. I need to know this, this, and this. I don't think that's too hard for anyone that is doing a convention, an event, a show, whatever, to wonder, okay, you're telling me coming this time. Is this the only time I need to come in? Or are there other times? And if there's other times for me to come in, what times are those? I need to know. If you're telling me 4, 5, 6 different things, well, I need to know out of the 4, 5, 6 different things, which are the ones that I need to pay attention to. Like, this is nothing. There can be no errors. I have to have everything. Like I said, I'm bringing everything with, because I rather have it than need it than not have it. I rather try too hard than not at all. I would rather, done everything I could than not say I didn't do anything. So, I don't care if I'm trying too hard, I'm trying. So I'm doing what I can. And if people don't like it when people try that hard, well, it kind of goes to show I am willing to try everything the best I can to get a result that I need. And if it doesn't happen, at least I can say I try. And I have every right to say I tried. So this will be one of them. Especially when I'm doing everything on my own. I did everything on my own. Like, I did this documentary on my own. The flyer, I had someone that I knew help me out, but yeah, I gave them the design that I wanted, and this was design. This was everything. Everything for the museum, what I made to be sold, everything was on my own. Everything was on my own. Didn't have help from anybody. There was no one to help me. I did everything on my own. And I can say that I did it all on my own. So, yep, on my own. I'm keeping this for memories. Why? Because I did it on my own. I did. Me. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm just hoping everything goes smoothly. That's it. The setup, I have an hour, so everything's gotta be pop, 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 pop. So 1 hour, some people, oh, that's all the time in the world. Not really. When you have a lot of stuff, yeah, but I have an idea how I want the table to be, so it's all about shaking and baking, getting up and going. That's how I am. I'm move, let's go. If you can't keep up with me, then we got a problem. Because in reality, everyone will tell you, yeah, you need to move, go on, move, let's go. That's how I grew up. And the lifestyle, not the lifestyle, but like my upbringing was more move, let's go, move, let's go. I can't snap my fingers to see. But yeah, I'm really hoping everything goes well, and it's on a Sunday. Of my documentary being shown, like literally the first panel slot is me. So it's like, are people going to come? Because that's first thing in the morning. Usually on Sundays, people go to church. And this isn't in the summer where people, like the next day, kids don't have school. Usually parents are on vacation or whatever. This is spring. And this is not, I know, usually spring break, happens during April, Easter, because that's when spring really hits. So, I don't know, and it's first thing in the morning too. It's just, I'm like remembering this quote from Meet Me in the Bathroom, which was a documentary of all these bands that started in the early 2000s, like LCD, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Multi Peaches, Rapture, Interpol, The Strokes, those kind of bands that started in that day. And apparently Interpol was trying to self-promote themselves, so they went to England, and somehow it was during Easter weekend, and they got booked on Easter for some gig called Crucifest. That's literally what it was called, Crucifest. The problem is that it was during a uni town, and a uni town is usually when Universal students come home, and on Easter they're not going to party, they're spending time with family, because they've been away for so long. And one of them said, we got booked here on Easter, on effing Easter. You don't play a uni town on effing Easter. Well, it's not Easter, but it's just like that kind of stuff you don't do on a Sunday, but it is what it is. I didn't pick it. That's like literally what I was given. So, yeah, hopefully people come. Hopefully there's no mistakes that can easily do it. Yeah, so we'll go from there. And that's what I can do. That's all I can do. Wish me luck, guys. I'm just hoping everything goes well. The only issue that I have is like, I'm one of those people, like, when I'm on a mission and the mission's done, I head out. Mission's complete. There's no use staying. You know, my main mission is to show this documentary that I mostly made for me. And I just had the opportunity to show my art. Show, hey, look what I did. Look what I did with the franchise that I know and love, that I was an onlooker before I ever played the games, before I ever become a fan. This game had stayed with me. It was funny because the first time I ever saw Resident Evil, and I probably have said this numerous times, was someone playing. And that was during the time where I was moving from Texas to overseas, to Japan. And I didn't know what the name was. And then when I saw the movie, which I understand is not canon to the franchise, but it was like, wait, this movie's based off that game. That game I saw people playing years ago. I was like 7 at that time when I first saw the movie, because it came out in 2002. So 2002 came out. So if it came out in 2002, I was 8. 7, 8 years old, yeah. So 2002, yeah, I was 8. Was I 8? Hang on, I gotta do this. 2, yep, I was 8 years old. So when I saw, I was 8 years old. So about 3 years later, seeing the movie, I go, oh, that's that game. Because that game always stuck with me. Resident Evil stuck with me before I even knew how to read, what it really was. And when I found out what it really was through the movies, I was like, oh, wow. And my first ever video game playing was Code Veronica. Some people say, oh my God, you're so crazy. Why would you do that? That's what we had available. On the PlayStation 2, we had Code Veronica. That's what we had available. And it has stuck with me, you know. I watched people play the games. I was an onlooker, and then I would play the games myself, becoming a fan. You know, that's what you do. That's how I did with Kingdom Hearts. You know, I was an onlooker of Kingdom Hearts, loving on it. And then when I played the game, I was living on it too. And that's how I knew how to beat that first Heartless, and the first level where Sora is sucked away into the Disneyland world. But yeah, hey, look what I did. So I'm not expecting anything of it. No, I'm not expecting Capcom to go on my door. Yo, we liked your documentary. You want to come on down? I'm not expecting it. That would be cool though, but I'm not expecting it. But yeah, wish me luck, guys, because it's coming in fast this Saturday. This Saturday, March 21st, it's coming in quick. So I'm doing everything I can. So wish me luck. Wish me luck.